Hello, West Ham Network. It's Holly, and I'm here with your Hammers headlines for today, Wednesday, the 18th of September, run in association with KUMB.com. Now, today we are going to be talking about some ongoing transfer business happening behind the scenes ahead of January, a potential new position for Scarles, and the incoming kickoff of the WSL. So, without further ado, let's get started. For today's first story, while it looks as though we will be leaving the fourth choice centre-back spot to Kaylin Casey, Ezra Myers, and potentially being able to drop Edson Alvarez back if we need, reports today are suggesting that we may well be eyeing up a 16-year-old Harrison Duncan for the position. So the centre-back is 6'3" and he plays for Rotherham currently. However, it looks as though we are going to face some serious competition to gain his signature, with Man City also being interested. So Stighton is said to be putting in the groundwork at the moment for the youngster that is being spoken about as if he's going to be a potential England star. So all is looking good in terms of his talent so far. He's very good at getting on the end of set pieces from what I can see, and he is on the verge of breaking into Rotherham's first team. So he's definitely going to be a lot more of a project, but this would be, again, similar to Guilherme, where we focus more on a long-term goal of a player that we can get for a bargain and train to be exactly what we need. Definitely more one for the future than he would be for now, but again, could be a steal. And it is mainly us and City that show concrete interest at the moment. So given that, I'd like to think that we would be able to offer a few more assurances of game time than City could. So it could work in our favour. But for now, we're going to have to wait and see if this move does materialise in January. The question I have for you is, would you like to see us invest in more of these long-term projects against, well, I suppose alongside the key signings that we're making? So let us know in the comments section, because personally, I think that this is a great way to build more of a long-term plan where you're not just bringing in the really expensive big money signings. And this is how you do similar to what Brighton have done, and you get a competitive edge on your other teams that you're trying to compete with by bringing in players that are absolute bargains and then bringing out the best in them. If that's something that we're able to do, I think it'd be something incredible that we've not managed to do often at West Ham. We've obviously done it with a few academy players. We've brought them through the ranks, but I'd love to see us be able to do it more. So I'm looking forward to seeing how we can develop players like Guilherme and get them ready behind the scenes before hopefully they're ready to level up, get a bit of game time, and then whether they stay at the club or go elsewhere, it can only be a good thing and a good problem to have. Now, for your second story, Ollie Scarles played in a new position against Newport County, and he looked brilliant to everyone's surprise, which was fabulous to see. So as we know, he's been used as either a left back or a wing back for pretty much the last year. However, he was played as a central midfielder, and he definitely impressed in that position. So he's already said that he's working on bulking up so that he can meet the more physical demands of the Premier League. So long term, he is working on being able to be what we need. And he came out on the pre-season tour with our team. So it looks as though he is in the long-term plans. And on top of that, he might be more versatile than we originally noticed. Now, the question is he going to get more game time in the middle of the park if Lopetegui sees this as a position that he could actually be able to help us in, as well as where we knew he could already play? Or is this going to have been a one-off and we'll never see him play centre mid again? Who knows? But either way, it's great to see that he does have the ability to play in so many different positions, because it's only a massive benefit whatever the future holds for him. So the question I've got for you, do you think that Scarles has what it takes to work his way into our team over the coming years? Let us know your thoughts down below in that comment section. Finally, the women's team have done their media day ahead of the WSL season. So they've been filming all the stuff that broadcasters need for coverage for the coming season. They are, of course, managed by Rayan Skinner with some new faces as well. They're expected to make their mark. And the Hammers WSL campaign kicks off on Saturday against Manchester United. So I'm sure we're going to be looking to make a big improvement on our 11th place finish last season. It was a little underwhelming, but it did feel as though things were starting to click a little bit. There is work to be done, however, a lot of work to be done. So hopefully we can get 3 points against United and start that season on a high. There you have it. Those are your Hammers headlines for today. But check out the video from earlier today where I ran through the reasons that the Betway front of shirt sponsorship is effectively shortchanging us, how we compare to other teams, what we can do to make it better, to be able to give us a little bit more money to play with in those transfer windows. And until next time, have an amazing day. Excuse my voice that's trying to go. Come on, you Irons.